Hi everyone, it's Allison from financialflamingo.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up my November trackers in my budget planner, and I thought I would walk you guys through the process. So I am going to be doing budget updates from now on. So I'm planning on setting up my budget at the beginning of the month, doing a check-in about halfway through the month, and then possibly doing a end of the month check-in when I do the next month setup. So this will be the very first one of these videos, starting with November. So if you aren't familiar with my budget planner, I use an Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner for my budgeting. You can see the planner here, and I will link my budget planner walkthrough if you guys are interested in that. But you can see here, this is November, and I already have all of my bills put in to the monthly spread because I just do this. I've done this for the whole planner already, just because I don't want to forget anything. So I went through and made a list of all my bills and what days they were due, and then I went through and just put them all in because they're not going to change and I didn't want to forget anything. So all of my normal monthly required bills are already in here. Also, if you haven't seen my walkthrough video, I don't do my actual budget in this planner. I do my budget on an Excel spreadsheet, and then I use this planner for tracking my goals, my spending, and my sinking funds, and a couple other things. So check out that video if you're interested on how exactly I use this planner. But for today, we're just going to go into my goals page and put my goals in, and then set up my tracking pages in the notes pages. So I'm going to get ready to do that. So as you can see, I also don't need to set up my check-in page. I also already went through and did this for the whole year when I decided to commit to doing these pages. I will say I don't recommend going through your whole entire planner and doing something because you might change your mind like I did. I don't really use these pages. They're not super useful for me. So in my 2020 planner, I'm probably not going to do these. If you want to see my ideas, I also have a video on a walkthrough of my 2020 budget planner, which is not set up yet, but in case you're interested, that'll be linked as well. So I don't need to set up this page. So we're going to go ahead and start with my goals. So here's my November goals page. Again, I went through my whole planner and set up the goals page. Luckily, this one worked out. So if you're wondering where my stickers are from, these are all from one of the monthly Erin Condren sticker books. That's pretty much the only stickers that I use, other than the transparent dots and the just decorative budgeting stickers from Erin Condren. I don't use a whole lot of stickers. As you can see, I use mostly highlighters. I prefer using highlighters. It's way cheaper and I don't have to constantly buy them. So those are the only sticker books I really use. Mostly everything is from Erin Condren just because it's easier for me to order from there all at one time. Plus, really like these planners, so I just get everything at once. So I don't need that yet. So let's go ahead and put in my November goals. So my first one has been a goal for the whole year, which is no credit card use, because I'm trying to pay off my credit card, so I don't really want to be using it, which I didn't do so well in October. I'm going to zoom you guys in. My second goal, I think, is, let me check what my October goals were. Not super, I didn't do great in October, you guys. That's why I'm starting in November. Let's see what my August goals were. Okay. So I do want to keep a goal to track all of my monthly spending, because that has been very helpful to me. I also am transitioning into paying my small student loan, my smallest student loan, instead of my credit card, just because I kind of need that quick win. So I'm going to say, I don't remember what my budget specifically has, but I would like to pay an extra $100 to my smallest, I can't talk and write, it's fine, student loan. It's fine. The only reason it's so low is because I have been traveling a lot in October and using my credit card. So my work reimbursement and a lot of my extra money will be going to paying that money back on my Discover card. So I think $100 is a good goal. What else did I have going on for September? Track spending. I'm not doing my spending ban anymore, so don't have to worry about that. What else? Okay, so this isn't necessarily like a financial goal, but I do also want to buy the supplies for my 2020 budget planner. And the reason that's a goal is just because I have to use my personal spending money for that, and I kind of just don't want to forget to buy them and then be annoyed when I go to set up my planner next month. And I think that's good for goals for now. I have these 5 stickers, but that's really just because that's what was part of the kit. I think there's just some pretty good goals for the month. Oh, no, guys, come on. I'm doing a no spend November. So put that as my final goal, to stick to my no spend November. October was a little crazy, so I think a no spend November is a good idea, because I kind of blew my spending ban in October, just being fully transparent. Okay, so this is all set up already. Zoom you back out so you can even see what the heck I'm talking about. This is all set up already. Like I said, I did this so that I didn't leave anything out. Yeah, I don't need to do anything for this. I don't have to order my budget planner because my mom got it for me for my birthday. That's helpful. Okay, now we're gonna set up my spending tracker. So these are my October spending trackers, so you can kind of see what we are doing here. Basically, I'm recreating this, and I'm gonna be flipping back and forth a lot because it doesn't matter how many times I do this, I still can never remember what exactly I do. So, go back to November. Let's go ahead and set these trackers up. So I have my ruler, and I use the same pen. This is a, I don't know, Statler Tri Plus fine liner, the same pen that literally every planner person uses. You can't even see that, I don't know why I'm trying. You can get these on Amazon. They're pretty good. It doesn't even matter what pen I'm using. Gonna go ahead and set this up. Okay, let's go ahead and set up our trackers. I lost my pen. So, this is the same thing that I do every month. Set up my trackers, and I need to not use this pen, I guess. Use this pen. Okay, this is what I have to do every month. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, good start. Okay. There's 3 lines. There's 5. Okay. So 3 down. And 5. 3 down. And 4 and 4. Okay, so we can do the rest of this now. Whoa, I almost messed that up. Did you guys see that? 3, 4, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Good work. Okay, now I'm going to take my highlighters. These are the highlighters I use. Sorry for the glare. These are the highlighters I use. I just got these at Target. I really, really like these. I like the colors. So you can also get them on Amazon, but I got these at Target. So I have a color coding system. If you're not aware, pretty sure I do. Groceries, gas, spending. So the colors are budget categories. So green is groceries, gray is gas. This orangey yellow color is spending, and the purple is pets. So I'm going to do that on here. So got my highlighter here. Oh. And I'm going to be super extra this time and use the ruler so that it's straight. Wow, guys, this is not going well. Just gonna freehand it here because that did not go well. That's usually what I do anyways. I just freehand it. I was trying to get fancy, but you know how it goes. And oh, I messed that up. Do you see that? I messed that up. It will be okay. Alright, and then I usually put, since it's November, I'll use this blue and put that at the top. I know this probably is not near as nice looking as a lot of other people's planners, but it's more about being functional for me, so it's fine and it works. Then I have line, what date, usually have to look at what all my separators are, date, amount, remaining, and description. Date, amount, remaining, yeah, I'm completely eyeballing this, by the way. Is that even straight? I don't know. This really bugs me that I messed that up, but it is what it is. So this is how I always do it. Date. 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 Amount. I just write remain here. This is my remaining balance, and then I write description. And I just do that for the whole thing. Like I said, this is probably not the nicest looking budget planner, but it's more about being functional for me than incredibly pretty. I mean, I like to decorate it and make it cute because that makes me look at it more, but stuff like this being eyeballed and these not being straight doesn't bother me a whole lot. Let me finish writing this and I'll show you something that does bother me. What does bother me is when these are not, like if I freehanded this stuff, this would look like crap. Somebody asked me on Instagram how I freehanded this so nicely. Yeah, I don't. I use a ruler. That's exactly what I told her. I was like, I use a ruler because otherwise it would drive me nuts. So this is what I do to track my spending. So I will put in my budget amounts. So I'll show you in October. You can see I didn't track my spending very good in October since, you know, this was check one. I put in the starting balance, and then as I spend money, I put it in so that I know how much I have left in that category. So the last thing to do for this page is I go to the back and get one of these stickers. I'm going to use these since it's November. Grab one of these stickers and I put it up here. And get my Sharpie and write check number 1, because I budget by paycheck, so that this tracker is for my first paycheck. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. This whole budgeting and tracking system has been a whole year process of getting it to how I like it. And now with my 2020 planner, I'm going to change things up and I'm not sure how it's going to go. Because I'm thinking of 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking of putting my actual budget in my 2020 planner because right now, like I said, it's in a spreadsheet. So that would be a change. I'm not really sure how I want to do these videos either, because I don't know how I feel about talking about my actual income, which is not a huge deal for me. I just don't know how my company would be with that being on the internet. But we'll see. I could always put in like a ballpark number, or a, not fake number, but like a rounded number. Okay. This again. I mean, you'd be able to figure out what my income is anyways by what my budget ended up being, because I do a zero-based budget, so you'd be able to figure it out from my expenses and debt payments, but that is not straight. Okay. Okay. So I do get paid twice a month. Like I said, I budget by paycheck, but I don't think I said I budget, or I get paid twice a month. I get paid on the 15th and the 31st. So I usually pretend that my check on the 31st is on the 1st of the next month, because obviously that money is used for the next month. So this check, since check number 2, is actually the check on the 15th. That's kind of how I do it. I've always done it that way ever since I had my first job, because all of the jobs I've ever had have had the same pay schedule, and that's just worked out the best for me. That's so not straight. That's alright. Alright, then we're gonna get this as close to here as we can. Ew, there's like, there, stuff on my pen. Actually did this one right. Line this up. And one more time. Okay. So again, date, amount, remaining, and description. I'm kind of excited to move into my 2020 budget planner, because I have some kind of big goals for 2020, especially with like hoping to make some money off of my blogging and eventually getting this channel monetized. So I'm hoping to make some big, to make some big debt payments next year. I'm hoping to have my student loans paid off, which I only have like about $5,000 of student loans left. But I still want to get them paid off. Okay, so those are that's how I do this. How I do my trackers, and I'll zoom you out so you can actually see the whole thing. That's how I do these 2 pages. And then if we look back at October, I do a sinking funds tracker, so I'm going to do that now and put in my balances. So really I think I just, do one, zoom me back in. I do one line across the top here. I'm pushing buttons on my keyboard. Okay. Here we go. Sitting at my desk where my computer is and my ruler is pushing buttons. How do I do this? So I need 4 lines. Alright. So let's do right here. I don't know how many lines I need. I didn't count that. That's okay. Wow, that's not straight. That's alright. 1, 2, 3, and the last one. I don't know why this is so difficult for me right now. And the last one. Okay. Wow, those are not, I did not do a good job, you guys, but it's okay. It's meant to be functional. So then I put the fund, the starting balance, anything added, anything subtracted, and the ending balance. And then I'm going to use this highlighter and write sinking funds. So I have, I'll zoom you in again. So I have my vet fund, I have Christmas, I have property tax, I can never remember all my sinking funds, car maintenance, car maintenance. I think those are the only funds that have money in them right now. So I'm logging into my Capital One account on my phone right now. So there is $400 in my Christmas fund, $202 in my vet fund, $421 in my property tax fund, and then I didn't transfer the money back today, so I'll do that so I can actually see. Was I really not filming that whole time? I don't think I was. In case I wasn't filming, I did my sinking funds setup. So I set this up with my different sinking funds and put in their starting balances for the month, so you can see that. Yeah, but that's all I do to get ready for the month. This page is already set up, like I said. I'll zoom you back out. So I track my goals progress on here, how much I pay to debt, how much I pay to savings, that's the goal behind this page, but I don't always fill this out. Like I said, with the sinking funds, these are linked to a checking account with a debit card. So these are all separate savings accounts linked to a checking account with a debit card. So this morning I got an oil change, so I transferred what was left back into this account once I paid for it. Got my trackers all set up. I track my spending throughout the month on this page, check off the bills once I pay them, and we are all set on our goals for the month. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I put out new videos on personal finance and money management each week. If you want to keep up with us, you can also follow on Facebook and Instagram, and I will have my blog, financialflamingo.com, linked down below.